What up? What up? My name is Soleiman Bolour. I am taking you on my journey of becoming a public speaker, keynote speaker, public speaker, and the journey through the challenges, the trials, the tribulations, all the ums and ahs and stutter words and mispronunciations of things throughout this journey. It's been fascinating to sort of step into wanting to become a keynote speaker and my journey of being involved in an organization called Toastmasters to learn how to present professionally and how to not use sort of filler words like ahs, ums, so's, you knows, and how to really stay confident when expressing something and pausing. This video is my second speech, and it's all about the chakras. And in this video, you'll see that I'll have several times when I use the word I'll use the word ums. There's moments where you'll notice that my body's turned sideways towards the left side of the room more often than the right side of the room. And then you'll also notice that I mumble when it comes to when I want to express myself about sexuality and, the second chakra. And so I mumble or I don't know exactly what to say. So I stop. And so what I'm learning from this is to practice to pause and breathe more often, like I did right now. And instead of just mumbling through it, to really take my time to see what is it that I want to express about this particular thing that I'm sharing. And the other thing that you'll notice is that I don't have a good mic. So in my next video, speech 3, you'll see that I'm going to actually bring my mic so that the sound quality is much better and you hear me much better. And the camera will be positioned in a much better position, like it'll be forward facing, and I'm gonna also go wide angle from now on, so you're not dealing with sort of like a vertical. So horizontal is a much better way of portraying a video, especially if it's for YouTube. The other thing that I noticed is that my ending seemed a little bit muddy. So I hope you enjoy these videos, and I'm going to continue these videos. Let me know if there's some way that you want me to share these videos. Like, do you want me to show you the parts that I'm messing up in? Or just let me know how you want these videos and I'll be happy to share them, because I'm learning a lot from them, and that's the only reason I'm doing it, is to share my journey, and I hope that you learn something from them as well. Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Fellow members, I'm really excited to share this. It's been something that I've studied for many years, the chakras, the importance of understanding them and how you can use them for your day-to-day. Why? Why learn this? Well, it's an integral part of who you are and to balance your day-to-day life. When you know about your chakras, it can help you to function better, have more clarity, potentially have more purpose, and be more grounded. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through every single chakra, give you the color, sound syllable, or the mantra for it, and what part of the body it is. On that sheet that you have in front of you, it's also added the element for your own reference. What is a chakra? A chakra in Sanskrit stands for wheel or disc. Now, this is more of an energetic thing. It's not like we actually have these in our bodies, but they're just energy centers. There's 7 main chakras that we use in today's world or society. In the past, there used to be 3 or 4, and different, Hindu teachings have different number of chakras. Some people have stated that there's potentially many more than just the 7. But I'm only going to go over the main 7 that we use today. The first chakra that we usually talk about is the root. The Sanskrit word for it is Muladhara. It's usually centered at the base of the spine, but if you imagine your body from the base of your spine down to your feet, we generally consider that as your root. The color is associated with the red, and this mantra is Lam. Go ahead and say it. Lam. There you go. It represents safety, survival, and grounding. So if at times in your life you're feeling a little chaotic, if you just close your eyes and imagine the color red, You can also wear something red or associate maybe a red band with it and just state the sound syllable or mantra, lam. You can get grounded and connected to the present moment a lot easier. Moving on to chakra number 2. This is your sacral chakra. The Sanskrit word is svadhisthana. It's below the navel, so this is considered your creativity, your pleasure, your emotional expression, and your sexuality. The sound syllable is vam. Let me hear you say vam, vam. Yeah, so in this, we sort of associated with, if you're not feeling creative or sparky sexual in any ways, what you can do is create in your environment the color orange, maybe having a red or an orange scarf or wearing orange. It infuses your body to get in that state. So whether it's you want more creativity or you want more sexual expression, using the color orange would suffice. Moving on to chakra 3, this is our solar plexus. The Sanskrit word for it is manipura. This is, if you imagine your belly button and you go all the way up to the bottom of your rib cage and you press in that little indentation or that hole, that's where your solar plexus is. So for this chakra, above the belly button, right in between that's where we associate as the solar plexus. The color is yellow, the sound syllable is ram, and the representation of this is confidence, power, and control. So at times, if you're feeling a little off, not really feeling at your best, if you imagine yellow and the sound syllable ram, tuning into your solar plexus allows you to bring a sense of power to you. Moving on to chakra 4, the heart. Anahata, center of the heart, color is green. The sound syllable is yum. Let's hear yum. 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 Quite simple. This is associated with love, compassion, and connection. A lot of us, you notice, just naturally, we place our hand on our heart. Why do we do that? Because we want to feel our sense of self or feel our connection or love. Or at times when we're feeling emotional or sad, we generally bring our hands either here or our belly because we want to feel our sense of self, which is in both places, right? We want to feel our strength and we want to feel our connection to others or ourselves. Moving on to chakra number 5. This chakra is representative of all of us being here. Why? And so the Sanskrit word is Vishuddha. It's at the throat. Color is blue. The sound syllable is hum. Let me see, say hum. Hum. Awesome. And this is about communication, truth, and self-expression. All of us are here for that in particular, to express ourselves, to be fully expressed. So meaning, in my opinion, most of us are here because we want to gain a better understanding of how to feel easier in this chakra. And this helps us get there. It helps us practice to be able to be in that place, in that, in that state of knowing that we are capable of expressing ourselves and sharing our truth to people. Moving on to chakra number 6. This is the third eye. The Sanskrit word is ajna. It's between the eyebrows. Now, if you imagine your eyebrows are a little lower, so the third eye is actually closer, a little higher to the forehead. And the way that you access it is when you close your eyes and you just look up and down into the center. That's when you've connected to your third eye. The color is indigo, and the sound is Om, or the true way of saying Om. We've sort of like in the West taken and made Om for ourselves. It's actually Aum. If you really want to say it, pronounce it correctly, it's Aum. And it's represented by intuition, insight, and wisdom. So if you're wanting some more insight and wisdom, bring your awareness to your third eye. allows for that to happen. Moving on to the final chakra, the crown chakra, right up here, Sahasrara. Top of the head, the color is violet or a white light. This is the way that the sound syllable works. It's a silent Om. So you wouldn't say it out loud, you wouldn't express it out loud, you say it internally, and you can repeat it to get connected to that. It's represented by spirituality, connection to higher consciousness, and enlightenment. So if you're feeling a little less connected to source, spirit, whatever belief you have, and you want to connect more to it, closing your eyes and bringing your awareness to the top of your head or top of your crown, you can even place a hand. In Judaism, in Jewish traditions, one of the reasons why we wear a kippah, that little garment, is to be connected more to our God, right? That was chakra number 7. A homework for you, if you decide to take it, great. If not, no worries. Spend a few minutes imagining each chakra, noticing the sensations in your body. So bringing awareness, for instance, the root. Just bring awareness to your root and be there, potentially visualizing the color and stating the word, the mantra, either internally or externally through your voice. To recap, by understanding and working with your chakras, you can create more balance, harmony, and vitality in your life. Thank you.